Welcome to the Wynn Robes podcast. This is the only show where you don't need clothes to travel the world. I'm Carly Consker, your host and personal travel guide. Let's do the damn thing. Hello. Welcome back to the Wynn Robes podcast. I'm Carly Consker, and I am coming to you guys from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. I am at the Encore Hotel / the Wynn Hotel. They are owned by the same people. They are connected. Essentially, if you're at the Wynn or you're at the Encore, you're basically staying at two hotels. You have all the amenities of either hotel, and they're both really amazing. I've stayed at both. This is my first time actually staying at the Encore. And before I get into this incredible suite behind me, let's break down Vegas, because there are 4 types of Vegas trips. There is underage in Vegas, which I don't recommend at all. I don't know why parents would subject their kids to being underage in Vegas. It's awful. I mean, unless you're so young that you don't remember, but then again, like, you're exposing your kids to secondhand smoke. It's disgusting. Second, you want to like go out, gamble, like party, unless you're getting a babysitter, which is like also miserable for the child. They're not going to enjoy themselves. I once came here on a trip. My parents were like stuck with me on spring break. I think my brother was on a different trip with our grandparents, and I was stuck with the babysitter the whole time. I don't really remember everything except for an old-fashioned ice cream shop and seeing the casino. And I think we saw Siegfried and Roy at the time, but I was underage. There was really nothing for me to do. I don't even remember going to a pool. I think it was cold when we came. It was bizarre. So that's the one type. Being underage in Vegas, don't subject your children to that. It's awful. Second type of Vegas trip is the one that everyone knows, the one that hopefully everyone has experienced because it's so fun. It's the rage your face, bachelor party, bachelorette, girls' weekend, birthday, whatever. You come here with friends and you're here to have a good time, party. Maybe you'll see a nice meal, maybe once in the trip, but you're here to go to the day parties, to maybe see chain smokers. You're going to a pool party. You're going out to the clubs. You're going to be drunk. You're going to drunk eat. It's so much fun. You're maybe going to pass by the casino, but you're not here for like a relaxing vacation. You're here to get wasted, drunk, have a good time. And that's a classic Vegas trip. Then there is the Vegas trip where you're here with maybe like 1 or 2 friends, and you're here for a nice relaxing weekend. You want great food. You want a spa. You maybe go see a show. Maybe you're seeing a concert. I've come with one of my best friends, and we came the best Backstreet Boys concert ever. We had the most incredible time. We got wasted because they gave you like a jumbo cup of your drink. So we got like vodka Sprite, and they gave you free refills. So we were raging at the Backstreet Boys concert. The best time ever. And that type of trip, like, you're here for good meals, you're going to spa, you're going to relax by the pool, and maybe stumble upon one nightclub, one night, or like Dre's After Hours. Like, you're not here to rage, but it is thrust upon you. Like, as you're in Vegas, you're like, oh, let's just like go hit up Dre's. Like, no big deal. Then the 4th trip is you're here as an adult or you are with family. So I've met my grandparents in Vegas. This trip, I was lucky enough, my dad actually flew in from New York and met me in Vegas, which was so great. We had a nice father-daughter weekend. And this is the type of trip where you're here to relax, go to the spa, have some great meals, maybe do some shopping, and you're definitely going to be gambling at the casino. I personally love to gamble. And it's just so much fun, like hitting the craps table. I like the free bet blackjack at the casino here at the Encore and the Wynn. So it's just a great time. And you're here just for like a nice trip. Obviously, Vegas is in the middle of the desert, so it does get very hot. This weekend, it was actually 106, 108 degrees, which is absurd. But it's dry heat, so it's not humid like the East Coast. But it's rough. Like, you're in the pool 24/7. But anyway, those are the 4 types of Vegas trips. This weekend, I was lucky enough, my dad met me in Vegas, and when my dad does a trip, he does it right. So we had a connecting suite. He had an Encore Tower salon suite, which you can see the living room behind me. I'm currently doing the podcast from the bar inside our room. There's also a massage room inside this room. There's a nice like dining room table, desk. He has a beautiful master suite, bedroom, bathroom. And then it connects to my beautiful suite, which was an Encore Tower King suite, which is stunning. I will say the water pressure wasn't that great in my room. But apparently my dad had better water pressure, but the water pressure was okay. But the rooms were amazing. The beds were so comfortable. And I will say this though, the Wi-Fi in the lobby and by the pool is free because they want you, I guess, down there gambling. But the Wi-Fi in the room was like $20 a day. It was absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, that's how they make their money. But they want you out of your rooms. Honestly, our view's great. We're on the 55th floor, which is wild. There's, I believe, 60 floors in this hotel. The Wynn is, I believe, like double the size of the Encore, and their rooms are also gorgeous. I've stayed in the tower suites there. The tower suites are elevated and I think better than the regular suites, but everything at this hotel is beautiful, so you can't go wrong. Personally, I love the pool at the Wynn. I've never sat at the pool at the Encore. I have gone to Encore Beach Club during the day. It was amazing. I had some chicken fingers at somebody's table. It was great, but I don't sit at the Encore pool. I sit at the Wynn pool. The Wynn pool is beautiful. I like the Wynn Tower pool because it's quieter. It's more serene. There's umbrellas at that pool, which is very key when it gets really hot. The Wynn and the Encore both have multiple pools, but the Wynn has a casino by one of their pools. And they also allow women to go topless at the pool by the casino outdoors. So just keep that in mind. Like, it's definitely for 21 and older. But it's so fun if you just like need a break from the sun and you want to go play some craps or blackjack. It's great that they have this outdoor casino. I find it really fun. We played yesterday and I had a great roll at craps. But then we made some donations to the to the casino last night. But we had fun either way. So Las Vegas, there's so much I could talk about. I'm going to stick mainly to this hotel just because within this hotel, there are so many amenities. They have the most beautiful spa at the Encore. There's also a spa at the Wynn. But the Encore spa that we went to yesterday, we got massages. It was perfection. They have the jacuzzis and saunas and steam rooms, and the actual spa itself is so serene and so gorgeous and so relaxing, and their spa robe is incredible. So I took the spa robe from my massage last night and I brought it back to my room because I knew that I had to do the podcast in this robe. This robe is incredible. It is, I would say, my second favorite robe besides the Four Seasons robe. This robe, 8.5, 9 out of 10. It is so lush. It's thicker than the robe that they give in the room, but the robe in the room is also super soft. It's just this one had long sleeves. The one in the room had 3/4 sleeves, and the one in the room was a little snug. And this one is just so roomy and cozy, and you don't want to take it off. It is plush and thick inside, not terry cloth. It's just so luscious. I will say that I hated the spa slippers they gave you because it was like those plastic jelly sandals, but the slippers in the room are really great. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the white slippers because the white slippers were for women. They only had one size and they were too small for me. But the men's slippers, which are brown, which are fine, are so soft and comfy, and those fit me perfectly. So I'm really excited because this robe is absolutely amazing. I really don't want to take it off, but I did have to steal it from the spa for you guys. So they have the spa and they have a beautiful gym with so many treadmills, so many machines, like your mind will be blown. And they also have a ton of amenities at this hotel. So when I first got here, I ordered room service for lunch. Personally, hated my salad I got from room service. It was pretty unedible. I didn't like the dressing that they gave me. Wasn't for me. The french fries weren't crispy like I asked for. But between the Wynn and the Encore, there are so many restaurants at this hotel. So for breakfast, we ate at Jardine or Hardin. Not sure how to pronounce it because my dad and I both think that it's pronounced differently. But I gave you both just in case. But it's on the Encore side and it's beautiful indoor-outdoor breakfast spot. I highly recommend making a reservation because it does get really busy on the weekends. But they just have classic breakfast. It was really delicious. We had eggs and lox on a bagel and sausage. It was really yummy, and it's just really pretty place to grab some breakfast. There's also Tableau on the Wynn side, and that's near the Wynn pool, and that's indoor-outdoor as well. I've eaten there. It's also delicious. I also highly recommend Tableau for lunch or ordering to the pool at the Tower Suite pool because they have, if you're from LA, you're going to freak out, but they have, and I quote from their menu, the La Scala salad. So La Scala is a restaurant in Los Angeles. They have an incredible salad with a red wine vinaigrette. And I guess whoever owns the Encore and Wynn fell in love with that salad and added it to the menu at Tableau. And it's incredible. I literally had it yesterday, chopped, amazing. I also had their truffle fries yesterday, which weren't incredible. Like, I prefer thin cut fries and these were thicker, but it was still delicious. But the salad was so refreshing, especially on a hot day. And if you're from LA and you love that La Scala salad, just know that you can get it here at the Wynn. So for Robing After Dark, I'm going to focus on some of my favorite nightclubs and pool parties that I've gone to in Vegas when I'm here with friends, as well as some restaurants that I personally love here and that I know have great food that I highly recommend. Vegas is known for their food, known for their partying. If you're coming to Vegas, know that you should be making reservations in advance if you plan on having like amazing sit-down meals. Sometimes you just want to grab and go, that's fine. But when I come to Vegas, I love making a reservation at Carbone. Carbone's one of my favorite Italian restaurants in New York City. And when you go to Carbone, you know it's going to be a good meal. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's always going to be delicious. It's always going to be amazing. And you're getting the same food whether you're in New York or in Las Vegas. So last night I actually went to Carbone with my dad and we had a world-class meal. We obviously started out with their incredible bread. They have this bread that's, I guess it's like a pizza bread, but there's no cheese. It's just like tomato and yumminess. So it has like tomato sauce on the bread and it's incredible. Start off with the bread. Then we had baked clams oreganata. We had the classic Caesar salad, which they made tableside, which was amazing. Then we shared their very famous spicy rigatoni vodka, which is personally my favorite. They do it right. It's incredible. I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram, but it's definitely my go-to dish there. And then we also had shrimp scampi, which is amazing. There they have these like colossal big shrimp scampi. It was delicious. We also had a nice glass of wine. We didn't opt in for dessert because we were pretty full after, but honestly, Carbone is one of my favorite restaurants. It's at the Aria Hotel. So if you're staying here at the Encore, it's about a 15-minute drive, but it's really easy to get to. Aria also has Catch in it that opened pretty recently. I feel like pre-COVID, but it opened, I would say, within the last 3 years. And Catch is always amazing. Same food as Catch in New York and LA, but if you like Catch, I definitely recommend it. It's really pretty at the Aria as well. At the Wynn and Encore, we love the SW Steakhouse. It's on the Wynn side and it overlooks like the lagoon, the water, always really busy. So I highly recommend a reservation in advance, but delicious steakhouse. Like, you can't go wrong there. And we also went to Milos on this trip. Milos started in Canada, also in New York. Amazing Greek food. We got the lobster pasta. We got the Milos Towers, which is like fried eggplant and zucchini chips with tzatziki. Incredible. Their octopus is amazing. And their wine was great. So the atmosphere was beautiful as well. And that is in the Venetian Hotel. And so the Palazzo and Venetian are connected to each other. Great restaurants at both hotels. The Venetian is supposed to look like the Venice canals, and it really does transport you and you feel like you're in another country. So that's a lot of fun as well. If you want to walk around their stores there, it's a really nice break from the sun. If that's something that you want to see, I highly recommend going to check it out. You could also stay there. I've stayed at the Palazzo. Every room there is a suite. It's huge. It's a great place to stay if you're going with a big group of girls. I also love the Cosmo if you're going with a group of girls. I'm excited because the Encore and Wynn are opening Delilah this summer. And Delilah is a restaurant from LA, from the H Wood group. And that will be a really great addition to the Wynn and Encore. I think it will definitely be a hit once that opens this summer. Before I wrap up Robing After Dark, I obviously need to talk about the nightclubs in Vegas. I love going out in Vegas. It is so much fun. But let me be very clear. If you are a girl in Las Vegas, you do not pay. If you are paying and you are a girl in Las Vegas, you are doing Las Vegas wrong. If you are a boy and you are paying, so sorry, but that's just the reality of life. That is just how it is. But if you are a girl in Vegas, you should not be paying for a single thing when you go out to a club at night. Like, end of story. If you are a girl, you should not be paying in Vegas. It is a known rule. It's a known fact. You should have every single club promoter's number is saved in your phone. If I look on my phone right now, I have about 5 Vegas promoters. Vegas promoter Adam, Vegas promoter Paul, Vegas promoter Jack. I have so many Vegas promoters in my contacts for when I come to Vegas. I hit them up every time I come to Vegas. They'll set me up with tables. They'll set me up with drinks. They'll set me up getting me into the clubs. A lot of times they will say to get to the club earlier than you probably want to. I don't think I've ever gotten to a club early, but that's up to you. If you want to follow the rules, go right ahead. But I think they've always gotten us in no matter what. But you probably have a better chance if you are with like a large group to go on the earlier side. So some of the clubs that I love, Excess at the Encore is great. I love Encore Beach Club during the day. It's amazing. So much fun, like raging, different cabanas, great chicken fingers. The chain smokers are there constantly, so that's always fun. I've also gone to Wet Republic at the MGM Grand to see my boys Loud Luxury. Shout out to them. They always kill it. My friend Alex is friends with them, and they always put on a great show, and they're just so much fun. I've also had great nights at Tao, at the Palazzo/Venetian, and Omnia at Caesars is so much fun. Omnia is a massive club in Vegas. Massive. You'll always find some major DJ playing there, having a residency, but it is so much fun. It's multi-level, multi-room. And I honestly do. I love Omnia. I love Excess. I've been to Marquee, which was fine. And even the Marquee Day Club, like fine. One thing about Vegas that I love is that things are open late at night, whether you want room service, whether you want to find late night food or go to the casino and gamble at night. There has been times where I've gone with friends to Vegas. Shout out to my friend Tessie. The two of us love Vegas. She's the one that went with me to Backstreet Boys. We always have an incredible time. Even when we're coming here with a group and it's not just the two of us know how to party. Even if everyone else goes home, we're raging face till 4 or 5 in the morning. Then we're hitting up Grand Lux Cafe. Yes, if you don't know Grand Lux Cafe, it is in the Venetian. They have amazing chicken tenders. And if you don't get chicken tenders, they have everything you want on the menu. Their menu is huge, but it's the best for late night. And it's always packed late night. But we always hit up Grand Lux Cafe before we go to bed. And that's how you do Vegas. Like, you want to rage your face off, go get late night food, wake up the next morning and do it again. You need someone on the same page at your level who's ready to party or ready to gamble, whatever it may be. There's also been a trip where Tessie and I came here and we went to Dre's after hours. Then my feet were killing me so much. Like, they were so painful that I literally sat at my favorite Wheel of Fortune slot machine for hours as she went back into Dre's to party with Chris Brown and then came and got me at my slot machine before we went back to our room. And that's just like a trust system. Like, I know she can handle herself. She knows I can handle myself. And we would never leave without each other. So you need a friend that is on the same page and that is willing to either rage or not rage or just have a great time in Vegas. So let's get into in-robe dining. In-robe dining at the Encore and the Wynn. I'm ready for the strip down. I pre-ordered my chicken fingers and french fries. I said, please have them delivered at 11 a.m. And we are just waiting for their beautiful arrival. So I had room service for breakfast. I had chocolate chip pancakes, which were good, not amazing. And I also had the avocado toast, which was fine, but it felt like a pre-made like guacamole on top, which I didn't love. So I didn't really eat that. And again, I said the other day I didn't love my salad that came to room service, but I did love my salad at Tableau by the pool. But I'm excited for the chicken fingers. The first time I ever came to the Wynn and stayed at the Wynn, I met my grandparents here. They flew in from Florida. I flew in from LA. And because I was working at a talent agency, my hours were really late and I had taken a late night flight. And my amazing grandma, shout out to Grandma Brenda, had chicken fingers and french fries waiting for me in my room. Warm, crisp, delicious, probably the best chicken tenders I ever had. And I don't know if it's because I had just gone off a plane, I was starving, but I've had them since, and I do believe they are probably one of my favorite chicken fingers ever. So I'm excited to rate them today. This is the official strip down of the Wynn and Encore hotels in Las Vegas, Nevada. They just came with the chicken fingers, and they are hot The fries look crispy, which is an amazing thing. I've had the Wynn chicken tenders before, and these look really good. I honestly don't think that this is what they looked like a few years ago, but either way, these look amazing. Let's try a fry first. Okay, fries aren't that hot. The fries aren't that hot. They are crispy, as you can tell, which is better than the other day when they came. They weren't that crispy. But these fries are good, not great. I would say they'd be great if they were a little hotter. Chicken tenders, they offered you ranch barbecue sauce. I obviously asked for ketchup, and I also sometimes like barbecue sauce. So I figured, let me get barbecue sauce with it and ask for a lot of ketchup. So these chicken tenders, they come 6 on the plate. They're decent size, honestly. They don't feel very crisp. Like the breading may fall off, but they're crisp enough that they'll probably be good. So let's get to the tasting of the chicken tenders. I want to eat them hot. Again, I said I ripped my chicken tenders and I finally did it on the show. I'm really proud of myself. I want to be authentic, and I haven't been. And this is really how I eat my chicken tenders. Okay. They're good. They're not great. There's a little too much breading, and the breading's kind of falling off. And the ratio to breading to chicken is not my favorite. But they're not too salty. They have good flavor. But again, if I can't pull them apart easily, I don't know if they're for me. So let's try one other. That one pulled apart a little better. They were a little difficult to pull apart. It is white meat chicken. So I'm going to give these a 7.6. A 7.6 because they're good, but they're not amazing. Am I saying go run for these? Have to order these late night? No. I would say maybe go to Grand Lux Cafe instead and get theirs late night. But they are good. And everyone loves a chicken tender, especially in Vegas when you're drunk. So they'll do the job at night. But these were good, not great. I feel like they might have changed their chicken tenders since the last time I had them. But either way, it was a great trip down. The fries were good, not great. Again, I had high expectations because I've had them before. But things change. And I'm still happy. I'm still content. And a 7.6 is a great score. So if you're coming to Vegas, definitely hit up the clubs. Go for some great meals. Definitely hit up the casino and gamble and just have a great time. That's what Vegas is for. And I love it. And I can't wait for the next time I come back here. This hotel was incredible. I had the best weekend ever. And stay tuned because you never know where we'll end up next. I'm Carly Consker. Thank you guys for listening and watching. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate us, and leave a review. And as always, follow us on Instagram at OneandRobesPod. And while you're there, you might as well follow me at Carly Consker. See you next time.